Building supplies, building supplies. It's like a bomb went off in here. I started nosing around with the nose. Yes, sir. I got all this stripped down and around. Excuse me. And surprisingly enough, the only thing on this side, at least, was this dent right here. This little bit. This only had a little bit of Bondo here. So I'm optimistic that there's not going to be too much work to do on this nose. And my radiator, John Kerry was right. 75 pop is on that one. These were the valve covers I was talking about. Let's take a look at them. These are aluminum, heavy too, heavy gauge. Usually see them on the 502s. Those were 60 bucks. And then there's the tranny oil cooler, which I seem to have misplaced. Oh, here it is. I know this is more along the lines of towing, like towing trailers and stuff, but it's a cooler. It's a tranny cooler, so I'm gonna go with it. This fine specimen. Hold on, guys. Sorry about the shaky cam. Hold on. Swing. Swing. New. Not new used. New. Right out of the box. 10 buckaroonies. So, like I said, it was a good score. Then I had the odds and ends, socks and gloves and stuff like that. I just can't help myself. And I went out and I bought the fiber discs here. Of course, 20 discs for 10 bucks and 20 discs for 10 bucks. These are the medium. And I actually got these a while back. These are wicked cool, man. $5 for these things. I'm trying to do something here. Oh, sorry to go off the beaten track. ADD. ADD alert. ADD alert. It's a one piece. It can be worked and set up, but that is pretty damn close to what I want to do. So I want to see if I can work with that and do this as a one piece where it just lifts off here and it's all part of the trunk. This was 10 bucks. So worth a shot, you know. I'll make a shelf out of it if it doesn't work out. There's a radiator and my $1 said 5, but the guy sold it to me for 1. Camera stand, which now I can actually start doing videos and you guys don't get seasick watching. This is the real deal here. I gotta try to get, sorry for the wind, I know it's gonna be making a lot of noise out here, it's breezy, but I gotta try to make this piece up. There's no way I can save it, it's beat to hell. But this is pretty much the gap that I have to bridge, and this here, and this is right where the battery tray goes, like this. Now I'm not gonna have a battery tray, so we're gonna have that exposed and be able to see it, because the battery tray cage thing is gonna go in the trunk, so you're not gonna see a battery like this one on here. And even this one, I think there's a little bit of rot going on. She's on the road, she's running good, but I don't have the time, so, and the weather's been crappy. So, natives, lots of natives. Gotta love the natives. So yeah, these were the deals and the steals, and I'm pretty happy with what I purchased. So I'll bring you back after I try to get a paper or a cardboard template cut out of that section there and see if I can fix that. Alright, so back in a bit. Alright guys, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. It seems like it's picking it up through the viewfinder. You see this jagged edged line here that I sort of drew in, and there's another one right here. Essentially, I'm going to try to retain this top edge here. I know I'm going to lose these ribs, which I'm not really too concerned about. What I did was I laid it on the edge, like so. Like so. And I transposed that onto that, described this profile. Well, did it in marker. Then, actually, to tell you the truth, I'm missing a step. First step was I had it on the car, and I had the two pieces clamped on, and I sort of bridged the gap with the cardboard below, and I came up with this template, which is essentially the missing section. So then I did, like I said before, I transposed this like this. I put the missing section in. It's kind of tough doing this like this. Then I took the other section and matched it up. I mean, close, as close as you can get it. And then I pull this template away, and then I, drew the other line, this profile, this edge. So essentially that's what's been missing out of here, this whole middle section. So now what I'm going to try to do is I got to try to bend this. I might save, I know it's really bad, but I can probably hit a weld on this. I might save this here and just come back and just add this fresh steel and try to fuse it in here and weld it together, because this is going to be really tough to get this roll. And I mean, the steel has been compromised, as you can tell, but even if I just cut it to the edge here and just retain this roll and this little indent here, this is all good, this is solid, then I can just take this edge and just weld it onto my new steel panel. So what I have to do now is try to cut this off. I'm going to go once more with this, because I know I have an edge here, but then I have a lip that rolls up, so I just fold it like, we'll kind of roll it up like this to give my extra steel here. So I'm just going to give that extra steel all the way across this perimeter here, this edge. And we're going to cut it, and then I'm going to try to shape it somewhat. And I want to try to follow, before I cut this, I want to try to follow the old steel. It would be like that, with that bend and all, with this, you know what I mean? I don't know, I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but I know what I got to do. So I'll bring it back when I get this cut out, and I'll see if I can get this edge all rolled over and try to get it shaped somewhat. Alright, back in a bit. This is the profile, outline. I want to try to get this bend here somehow. I'm going to use it on use my thigh or whatnot, and I'm going to have to make a relief cut here, so when I fold this over I'm not going to have any issues. You'll never get it like the Stampins. I mean, you're talking about huge hydraulic presses, so we're going to try the best we can with what we have. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, after some hammering, some muscling, and some swearing, some blurry camera here, I got this profile. Like I say, I gotta follow my little mark there. That's that, and that's that, and we're pretty much right on our we're right on where we have to be. So now I'm gonna cut this along this edge and weld it onto this edge, but as a trial fit, we're gonna see how it fits on the fender well. I'm not gonna do that today. This is gonna be like a part one, because I'm running out of daylight, and man, I got work tomorrow, so I want to relax a bit. So this essentially fits right now, like that. Seems like it's fitting pretty good. All these cracks I'm going to address and weld them up. Essentially, here's our drip pan. And I know a lot of guys saying, why don't you just go out and get one? You know, it's only X amount on on wherever. But my mentality is, if I can make it, then I can make it. And in the event that I couldn't buy one, you'd have to make something. So if you get into the habit of making things, it's more gratifying, because you can actually say, yeah, I put that back together. I actually had to fab this. I had to make this piece. I just didn't go out and order it through a catalog. So that's why I do it. If I was at wit's end and I couldn't make this work, then I probably would go out and get one. And essentially it's a whole fender well for this just one piece here, this little piece. They don't sell just this. So and most of the times it's the passenger side where the battery tray is, and they're like this. That's what they are. They're rotted through. So I might even go as far as take a welder when this is done and just run some beads here like this to sort of replicate this beaded look, because then it's going to be all painted and stuff, and it's going to be down low. You won't really see much of it, but that's that. So that's part one. This is Mark from the Second Gen. To all my brothers out there, be well, be safe, have a good week, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow, maybe not. In the event it's not, oh well, we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fellas.